Hi, this is Professor Hankinson, and I wanted to make a quick video about the upcoming paper that you have, which is the court report paper. As you know, you'll be writing a paper about attending a court procedure, a hearing at or some other event at your county courthouse. And so I wanted to go over that paper, look at the court calendar so that you know how to prepare for attending a court procedure. And so let's take a look. Let me share the screen. All right. So here is our Canvas site. Okay. So if you go to assignments right here, you will see our assignments and you scroll down and you got the court report paper right there. All right. So the purpose of the court report paper is basically that you can, you attend a court hearing, court proceeding. It needs to be a criminal court proceeding, and then you write about your experience. And what's cool about this assignment is that it allows you to put what you've been learning in the textbook and lectures throughout the course of the semester. You get to actually put them into action. And I know that this assignment may be a little daunting for some people because you have to actually go to the courtroom, but I've done this assignment for many years, and students always report that while they might have been a little bit nervous at the beginning when they got there, that their experience of actually sitting in a courtroom was a really interesting and impactful experience for them. So I hope you had that same reaction to the assignment as my former students did. Okay, so in preparation for the visit, you should go to the court calendar for the Wisconsin court system page. And if you click here, okay, that'll bring you to the court calendar. So let's bring that up. You'll first be presented with this page that is basically saying that you agree to follow the rules regarding access to Wisconsin circuit courts. Okay, so press agree. And then you'll be brought to this page. The first page that shows up is a case search, and that's not relevant for our assignment. What's relevant is you want to go to calendar right here, and you want to press on court, okay? And so press on court there, and then this is the search feature that allows you to see what proceedings are taking place in our county courts. Now, you can go to any county court that you want to. If you live in Washington County, you can go to the Washington County Circuit Court. If you live in Waukesha, you can go there. Milwaukee County, Racine, any county is okay, whichever one is near where you live. So you'll want to press here and you'll want to select a county. So let's do Waukesha, okay, because I think many of you might live in Waukesha County. All right. And then you'll want to select a date range, okay? And so the date range will be for the time period that you actually want to go to the court, to go like you're planning your visit. So let's say you want to plan your visit for next week, okay? And so you press Monday, April 26th, and let's do a whole week to 30, okay? And then a lot of things will come up. Now, you don't want to press traffic only. Keep in mind, it needs to be a criminal proceeding, and I'll show you how you know it's a criminal proceeding in a second. And then you're going to press search. Okay, so let's see what comes up. Okay, so this is what comes up. And on this side, it will show you the date. And so this would all be activities and the time. So these are all activities that are taking place on April 26th. Okay. And you can scroll down and you can see that, wow, it looks like Monday's a pretty busy day. I, searched for many days, but I mean, you might want to just curtail or limit your search to like 1 day or 2 days. Okay. And so you'll want to see like, oh, what time are you planning to go? And you can look at what the time is here and you can see like all the things to choose from. And there are a lot of cases to choose from. Now, the first thing I want you to take a look at is that your case has to be a criminal case. How do you know it's a criminal case? Because it's the state versus an individual. Okay. And so you only want to go to a hearing or a proceeding, a court proceeding that where the state of Wisconsin is one of the parties to the case. Okay. And you can see right here, we got a lot of to choose from, right? And so it says state of Wisconsin versus Nicholas Vichik. And then it shows you who the attorneys are. You've got the prosecutor here, and then you've got the defense attorney here. And then it tells you what's going to go on. And this is like for the work that we're doing this week, you know, you're learning about all these pretrial procedures, preliminary hearings, you know, plea bargaining hearings, sentencing, you know, and so like right here, you see that there's a whole host of preliminary hearings that are going on. Now, if you see something like this, Mallory Macho versus Jamie Hernandez. Okay, don't go to that one because that's person v. person, not state v. person. That means it's a civil procedure. And this is a class on criminal justice, so you can't go to that. And so, you know, this is how you use the calendar just to sort of see what kind of case is going to work for you and the time period as well. Okay. And so hopefully I'm going to stop sharing there. Hopefully taking a look at that calendar is going to help give you a sense of, you know, how you can use that calendar to figure out what time you want to go, what day you want to go, and if anything's going on. Like you might check on a Thursday or a Friday and there might not be a lot of choices. Mondays and Tuesdays are usually busier days, okay? So make sure you do the groundwork before you just pop into the courthouse, okay? Another thing I want you to keep in mind is that when you there's a lot of changes that take place at the last minute in courthouses, okay? And so for both the Waukesha County Circuit Court and the Milwaukee, and I think in Washington County as well, when you walk into the building, you will need to go through security, okay? And so you'll need to go through metal detectors. I'd encourage you to just not bring a backpack. I mean, unless absolutely necessary. You can bring something to write with, cell phone and those sorts of things. It is a courthouse, so you're going to want to follow the rules. You are not, don't dress schlubby. You don't have to dress up, but don't show up in your sleeping pants, right? That you'll want to, you know, dress at least somewhat nice-ish, right? Like clothes, not gym clothes, right? And you'll want to be respectful. I mean, if this is a courthouse, so you'll go through security. Everybody needs to wear masks in Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Washington counties. You need to wear masks. These are open. The hearings and the procedures are open to the public, even though it's COVID. However, but the capacity in each of the courtrooms is limited. And so the case you were planning on going to, the capacity in that room might be filled, but you can move to another courtroom. Now, when you get to the courthouse, after you get through security, there will be like a person from the clerk of courts, and there's usually like an informational desk and a person who can help you. I've done this assignment for a long time, so people in the courts know that, you know, they don't know me personally, but they know that students come and do these assignments. And all my students have said that when they ask the information desk, like tell them about the assignment, what you're, you know, that you're looking for a cool, you know, hearing to sit on or a procedure to sit on, they're really, really very helpful. A lot of times, you know, at the informational desk, they'll say, well, you know, there's a trial going on, and they'll point you in the right direction or whatever. Now, it might be different during COVID times. Okay, this is the first time I've done this assignment in COVID time, so it might be a little bit different, but that's the way that it's worked in the past. When you get to the courtroom, listen to what the bailiff and the other workers in the court are say to you. They might come over, they might ask you what you're doing. You have absolutely every right to be there. Courts are public, as they should be. And just tell them why you're there, okay, if they ask you any questions. And usually they're very nice. And unless otherwise stated, you can take notes. You wouldn't be able to take pictures or anything like that. And try not to use your cell phone, to have it off and stowed while you're in there. And take notes while you're listening to the proceeding. You want to get the name of the defendant. You'll want to get the name of the prosecuting attorney and the defense attorney, and take notes just about your experience, you know, what it's like, what your emotions are, and basically what you see. Okay. And so let's go back to the sharing screen here. Share, and let's go back to our to the Canvas site. Okay, so let me pull it up here. And so after you take a look at the calendar, you know, I mean, you'll obviously want to look at the assignment before you go. There are 3 parts to the paper. One, describe your experience, okay? And the more detail, the better. You don't need to go overboard. I think the length of the paper is no more than 4 typed double-spaced pages. But right, don't be like, I got there and I went to a room, right? What does it look like? What's it smell like? How are you feeling? What are you seeing? For a lot of you, this is a first-time experience. The second part is you want to make connections to at least 2 course concepts, the way that your courtroom visit relates to what we've studied so far this semester. Try to be like not like completely, like it says here, hopefully the best papers will make connections that are creative, non-obvious, and demonstrate mastery of course concepts. So like, don't make a connection to like judge, right? But you know, you might want to make a connection to courtroom work group, right? Or just something that's maybe a little less obvious than, oh, I sat in on a preliminary hearing, right? Well, maybe talk about sort of the discretions that go on within the preliminary hearing or et cetera. Just use your best judgment. Just try not to be totally obvious about the connections that you make. And then you get an opportunity to reflect on your experience, okay? Hopefully this little video helps you navigate this assignment. I would encourage you to start working on it now, like preparing for your visit. If you come up with any problems or having any issues, or if you also are, well, anyways, if you're having any issues, just drop me an email, drop me a text, give me a call. We can set up an office hour. You can attend office hours on Fridays. I'm always there by myself, which is cool. It's just, you know, but that would be a good time if you have questions. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you. And I'm really looking forward to reading your papers because these papers are usually very interesting and fun to read and grade. All right, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you again soon.